Hello and welcome to our special coverage here from Davos 2026. I'm Shireen Bhan. As I've been pointing out, this year we have the largest representation of Indian states here in Davos pitching the India story. But perhaps the first Indian state and the first Indian chief minister who made a pitch here to investors in Davos way back in the day was Chandrababu Naidu and the state of Andhra Pradesh. And of course they are Davos regulars. Joining me now for a conversation here in Davos on what the future for the state holds, the deals that have already been done, but more importantly the conversations that are open and are hot. Joining me is Nara Lokesh. Nara, many thanks for joining us and great to have you back with us here in Davos. You did do a lot of deals, not in Davos last year, but outside of Davos, but on the back of conversations that may have happened here in Davos. So I know Davos is not about deals for you, as you say, but it's about conversations. So which conversations are looking likely that they will lead to deals?
Thank you very much for having us here. It's always good to be back. Andhra Pradesh views Davos twofold. One is we're here to learn, we're here to understand what are the sectors that are hot, how things are going to roll out, where are investments flowing into. And last year we started a lot of conversations across various sectors here, and we've seen announcements, groundbreaking, and so on and so forth already. So a lot of conversations have started. You'll hear good news in the next 90 days.
In the next 90 days,
90
specific time frame?
Absolutely. In Andhra Pradesh, we are all about speed of doing business. So for us, 90 days is good time.
What should we expect in the next 90 days across which sectors?
Across.
You have many economies that you're focusing on, from the maritime economy to, of course, the digital economy.
We have close to 22 clusters. So ranging from aqua, cement, renewable energy, all the way up to quantum. So we're looking at investments across all these sectors, across 22 clusters. So that's something that makes it exciting. And Andhra Pradesh is very cluster dependent. So we're very clear that all the companies of a certain sector should be in one cluster, so that they can stand the test of time and make economies of scale meaningful. So that's been our focus. So we'll hear good news soon. Okay,
good news and a sizable investment amount as well, just as we saw with Google.
See, Andhra Pradesh just came out of the partnership summit. We worked with CI, they've been great announcements. We're now busy grounding all these announcements. And it's an ongoing fight, right? I mean, when states compete, India wins. And it's really exciting time for India, where now we have close to 10 states here in Davos. And all of us are competing in different sectors. So it's very exciting.
Well, when states win, India wins. That's a nice way of putting it. But, specifically as far as your ambition on AI, your ambition on creating a quantum valley, etc., what can we expect now in terms of next steps, in terms of the next stage of announcements on each one of these?
I think, one is the high-tech industry, right? Yes, quantum, India's first 153 qubit quantum computer is going to land in Andhra Pradesh.
I believe this month.
This month, yes. And a lot of work around it is already gone in. We're working on the use cases for it, right? And that's been a lot of work already going in. Apart from that, we're also looking at sectors like in glass. How can we build a glass city, a space city, a drone city? So if you've seen, Skyroot has made a big announcement in terms of building a center now in Andhra Pradesh. So that's why these 22 sectors are very, very important for us, very focused in terms of delivering. And a lot can happen over a cup of hot chocolate. So that's what we have.
How many cups of hot chocolate have you had?
So that can happen, and we've done it in the past. The entire conversation with Cognizant started here in Davos. Started with 8,000 employees committed, and now it's up to 25,000.
The conversation with TCS happened here in Davos as well?
Yes, in Davos, and really exciting in terms of new.
How many more takers for that land policy and the IT policy that you've got in place?
The lift policy is very exciting. I think it's a very unique competitive advantage that we've built, where other states are unable to compete with us. It's open to Fortune 500 companies, and that's why I said in the next 90 days you'll hear a lot more announcements where companies are going to leverage on the lift policy.
On the lift policy specifically. So any more out-of-the-box ideas like the one that you announced where you're virtually giving away land for a rupee?
Well, that's just one part of it, right? So land is an important component, but it is one component. As a state, we believe in a very tight integration in our clusters. So a vertical and horizontal integration. Now, what I mean by vertical? So what does it take to make an end product? Who are all the players in it? So I want the entire Rolodex. I'm building that entire ecosystem done. That's the vertical. The horizontal is where again my ministry, human resource development, plays a very important role. Is the talent pool there? Is it ready from day one? Are the testing facilities there? Are the certification facilities there? Is there the innovation ecosystem in that sector there? That's where this tight integration is something that Andhra Pradesh is offering. We already manufacture 50% of India's air conditioners. And with the 3 deals we've done, we'll be at 70%. So we have to do like this, a very tight integration across sectors.
So which clusters, you just gave us an example of what you've been able to achieve on the air conditioning manufacturing side. Which other clusters do you believe have the potential to achieve that kind of scale very quickly?
No, automotive is a cluster, renewable energy, air conditioning, space, drones, electronics manufacturing, quantum, pharma, medical devices manufacturing.
That's not.
22 sectors. I mean, we're quite clear. Given, I mean, Andhra Pradesh is blessed with the second longest coastline. Right? So there's a lot of focus we can do, and a lot of work that can come in. So that focus is enabling us to execute at a scale that other states are unable to.
You know, you talked about the coastline, and I know that shipbuilding was also something that the state is considering as a possibility. Any forward movement on that front?
No, absolutely. We're talking to a few of the large ocean liners to look at one of our ports. So we've signed an MOU with Moylan Maersk in the past, and the conversation is coming to now. It's fructifying in terms of exactly which port, what they're going to do, and so on and so forth. We're also using a large coastline to attract investments in maritime defense. So Saga Defense, which is a very popular startup in this ecosystem, they're setting up their facility after Pune in my state. So again, the maritime defense cluster is now coming about.
So, you know, what does it mean in terms of jobs? How many jobs have you been able to create on the back of prioritizing these 22 sectors? And what's the ambition, what's the aspiration from here? What do you believe that you can deliver on?
Well, we've done about 400,000 jobs already. Our aspiration is 2 million in 5 years. It's a promise we made in the election campaign. So we're really excited on delivering it.
Well, you know, the one thing that you intend to focus most on in 2026?
Sharpen the speed of doing business. If you look at it, Andhra Pradesh has been delivering on that promise. I think we really want to work with the Government of India, look at decriminalization of various laws. We're looking at also labor reforms, so where we can sharpen this and have a unique competitive advantage compared to any other state in India.
So you believe Andhra Pradesh is back?
Absolutely. We've attracted 25.3% of investments that have come into India. And that's what makes Andhra Pradesh now very unique. We're back, we're ready to do business.
You're back and ready to do business. I'll close by asking you, what is the message that you're sending out to global investors and domestic investors here?
No, Andhra Pradesh is ready to do business. We are just one WhatsApp message away. And it's exciting times, and India is the place to be. And for all the global investors, you know, India is the future. So you should look at India and definitely give Andhra Pradesh a chance, and we won't let them down.
And WhatsApp Nara Lokesh to ensure that you get all the approvals that you need done and out of the way.
Absolutely, we have a WhatsApp group for them ready, and ensure that we deliver on the promise.
Okay, well, I don't know how many people will be allowed on that WhatsApp group or not, but Nara Lokesh, always a pleasure. Many thanks for joining us here on CNBC TV 18. Appreciate your time, and we wish you the very best of luck with your plans going forward for the state.
Thank you, Shirin. Thank you.
Andhra Pradesh is back. That is the unequivocal message here from Nara Lokesh as he doubles down on the company's plans to focus on 22 sectors and draw in both foreign and domestic investors into this state with the promise of creating 2 million jobs. That is what Nara Lokesh is betting on. But the conversations will continue here on CNBC TV 18. Don't go anywhere. We're back in a moment with a lot more headliners from the World Economic Forum.